use is found in Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Act and functions to limit the exclusive rights of the copyright owner. Federal law states fair use requires no permission from the copyright owner to use the work and is not an infringement of copyright, and provides a number of illustrative examples of potential fair use, including criticism.
I'm back! Look at me all suave and everything. In a Morongo bathrobe and a winter shawl. I know how I'm playing. This is Trailer Park. This is Trailer Park, and I love it. That's what I am. I'm Trailer Park. I'm Trailer Park. Oh, my name is Noshü. Welcome to Brunch with Noshü. Noshü. Get it? That's like having brunch with somebody with no shoes on, but my name is Noshü, so I made it like no shoes. Oh, keep them titties covered up, baby. This is at least, what, PG-13 you would say? Let's throw a fuck in there. That made it R. No advertisers, no money. Oh! I don't give a damn. Why? Oh, why? Say, why? Because I made an obligation to the old gods in the new that I would do a live show on the YouTubes every day from now until May 18th. Every day. And nothing, there was nothing in that obligation. Nowhere did it state that I needed to get paid for that. I just got to do this. It doesn't say that I have to have views, which I don't. It doesn't say I have to have subscribers, which I don't have. It doesn't say I need to have shares, which there aren't any. All it says is just do this live every day, baby. The reward comes later, somehow. I don't know how. I don't know if it's with views or somebody's going to see this and then that turns into something. I have no idea. That ain't none of my business. All I got to do is he having a stroke? Oh no, man. He's just feeling the beat. He's just feeling the beat and giving you the creepy eyes. Huh? You can't look away. You can't look away. Oh, all right. This is Brunch with No Shoes. Now, if you go back and look at the very first episode of this here YouTube program that I did, oh man, oh, it's gaudy. Oh, expectations so high. Oh, execution so low. Oh, it was not meant to be that way to start this show off. Brunch with Noshü was supposed to be us eating together. I'll show you the food that I made and we'll have brunch together and we'll talk about, you know, some comments that some of the subscribers left and discuss that and just have a nice casual brunch. However, I am not up to the task of broadcasting me eating and doing this at the same time, as I am a solo artist and that's the only way I want it, baby. I do it all myself. Oh, and if I want to bring you this continuous high-level quality programming that I've been giving you all for the last month, I can't do it that way. I can't. If you go back to that first show and look at how much of a train wreck that was, I put all of my ideas into that show being like this show being like that every day. I couldn't do it, man. It's too much, man. Sometimes you bite off more than you can chew. You think you're better than you are. And that's what I thought. So I got to break it down and make it simple. Is that cool or what? I said, is that cool or what? All right, so until I can get my shit together and I'm able to really multitask, shoot this, eat, try to frame and all music and all of this stuff, I gotta keep it simple. They say keep it simple, stupid. What is that? The acronym? Simple KISS? Is that how it's supposed to be? I don't know, man. My brain it doesn't. Anyway, so instead of eating in front of you, I'm gonna show you what, like last week I showed you the sweet as salmon, smoked salmon bagel sandwich. Ooh, that was awesome. Today I had a nice traditional American style breakfast. Let's take a look at it. Oh, look at that, sunny side up eggs. Black people don't eat sunny side up eggs. Who told you that? Of course we do. Homemade hash browns, of course I did that. Toast with some splooge in the middle. I never make toast like that. I have to explain that later. But I made that this morning. Oh, black people syrup. Grape jelly, baby. Not a sponsor. Grape jelly is not a sponsor. And ketchup. Who doesn't love ketchup on their hash browns? Come on. All right. Oh, look what just showed up in the picture. Some nice greasy ass shiny sausage links. Ooh, and some nice tender bacon strips. Oh, and ketchup already on the hash browns. How did that happen? All right, those hash browns, I made them this morning from fresh potatoes, of course. Diced them up, threw some onion in there. Yep, some pepper, salt, cumin, some allspice, a little red pepper, garlic salt. Oh, milk. Oh, you gotta have milk. And why is it in a styrofoam cup? It's in a styrofoam cup, baby, because I don't like to do dishes. I don't like to do, and I don't just throw those away. What about the environment? I just rinse it out and throw it on the rack. But why don't you do that with the regular glass? Because I don't want to. I can do what I want with my own life, right? Oh, look at those yolk. Look at that. You want to swim in that yolk, don't you? Don't you? Ooh, and it went into focus and got even better. So tasty. Now, what? Kobe, how did he get in there? What? Kobe, you, oh man, Kobe, you funny. Man, that was brunch today. This is how we slow it down. Grab your partner. Y'all looking at my titties. Don't be looking at my titties. I'm working on it. I don't have New Year's resolution, but I do plan on losing some weight. All right, let's get to what the subject of this thing is today. Yesterday was a bad day. If you saw yesterday's video, if you haven't seen it, don't watch it. It's a mess because I went through a realization. You remember those times, or do you recall a time when you thought something was this way and then something becomes so clear that it's not how you thought it was, and it kind of devastates your world? That's what happened to me yesterday, man. Lost it. But this is what today's subject is about. Bouncing back. I had a bad day yesterday, I'm not gonna lie. And it was some existential kind of shit. You know, some life and death. Let me backtrack. I don't want to say life and death because there are people who are going through that right now, and I am not. So forgive me for making that shitty analogy. But for me, I was coming to grips with how my future is going to be living in this country of the United States of America where I live. And luckily, it only took a day for me to get it together and bounce back. And that's the point I wanted to make after I decided what I wanted to talk to you all about. Bouncing back. Ooh, man. The bounce back is so awesome. But it's so hard to get to the bounce back. That's the thing. It's hard to get to the bounce back because when you're going through the bullshit that you have to go through to get to the bounce back, sometimes you don't see an end to that bullshit. And sometimes it seems like, you know what, there is no end in this and that and the other thing. But I am old enough now to know that almost everything, I can't say everything because I haven't experienced everything, but given time, it seems, just based on my experience, given time, it seems that we as human beings can bounce back from almost anything, given just time, for sure. But we have to have the Constitution. We have to have that thing inside of us that tells us that we're going to be able to survive. And the way the world is, it's hard for some of us to be in the middle of it and see an end and know that we're going to be able to bounce back. I understand that. And that's what I was going through yesterday. I always think I'm going to bounce back because I've been through so many of them. Some of the situations have been longer than others, but I've always come through them. So I'm just going to take that as experience to tell me that when something comes in the future, I'm going to come through it. And today I bounced back from my low from yesterday. It's a weak low. I'm a weak person. I'm first to admit that. What I was talking about yesterday, other people don't even give a damn about. But for me, it was a big deal. But I came back today with even bigger, a bigger bounce back than I expected. You know what I decided to do today? What I decided to do? Two things I decided to do in 2018. They're not resolutions. They're not goals. This is what I'm going to make happen. I'm going to manifest this from nothing to being in existence. Mark my words, today is what? September. Woo! I'm in another. Today is January 13th, 2018. And right now, I'm renting where I live. Before the end of this year, I'm going to have a house. What? A lot of you all have houses out there and you're going, amateur. But you know what percentage of the world does not have a house? So, and I'm old, and it will be my first time having a house. So it hasn't happened yet. There's no guarantee in the world, but I'm going to manifest it with my mind. So when I tell you later on this year that I have a house, y'all can come back to this video and you can see where the genesis was. It came from yesterday being pissed off at my country to bouncing back today and making a goal that makes what I want to get bigger than the difficulty I was going through. I don't know if that makes sense. It does to me. So by the end of 2018, I am going to be in a house of my own that I'm going to live in there with Kobe, who's right. Oh, you got anything to say, Kobe? We're going to be in a house in 2018. And then the second thing I thought of, and I mentioned this maybe yesterday, a couple of days ago, maybe. I haven't dated in a while. It's because it's my choice, you know. Just my mind. I'm going through some stuff and I don't want, a relationship would just complicate that kind of thing. I decided I'm going to date this year. Maybe not date. No, I don't want to go as far as saying date. I'm going to allow myself to meet some young ladies with no expectations of anything, because I don't want any expectations of anything. I don't want anything serious. I don't want her to require anything of me, and I am not going to require anything of her or them, because I'm not saying I'm going to get into a relationship. I'm going to allow myself to meet a very few amount of women that are so specific to what I like, and I'm so weird that I'd rather be alone than be with some beauty. I need some stimulation. I don't care about beauty. I've been with beauty all my life, and it's not the end all to be all. Is that how you say it? The end all to be all? The end all to be all. So I'm gonna date, and I'm gonna date internationally, because that's my jam right there. Unless in America, I like my redheads. I like my redheads with green eyes with freckles, if they're American. That's my jam in America. But I'm thinking about tasting some. I've dealt with Asia. I've dealt with Latin America as far as relationships. I think I'm heading to Europe. I was thinking Norway has been in the news a lot lately in my country. Let's bring in more Norwegians and less of those other people. If you don't know what I'm talking about, good for you. Good for you. You don't have to deal with this. But since Norway's been in the news lately, I was thinking I might as well meet some Norway. Did that go out over the air? Did they hear that? Can I cut that? This is live. I can cut it. Okay. I'm gonna think. And it's not just Norway. I'm thinking Dutch. There's two nationalities on my list for sure that I want to meet, and it's just based on previous experience. I've never dated them, but I've had friends and things like that. The Dutch, specifically someone Dutch from Amsterdam, because I'm gonna go there because Amsterdam and I share a lot of things in common, and I need to go and participate. So while I'm doing that, I want to meet a nice Dutch girl. Now, I met some Dutch women in Curacao. It's an island in the Caribbean. It's north of Venezuela. I was there for work. And at the time I was there, Curacao was part of the Netherlands. Or it was like I don't know how they colonized and shit. You know, the Dutch went out on that island and they took over those brown people and then planted their flaggers. Honestly, I don't really know how it works. But what I do know is some Dutch women are very beautiful, man. Very beautiful. I mean, strikingly beautiful. So, I'm going to meet some Dutch women this year. I think I'm going to meet some women from Norway because evidently we want them in America. So, let me introduce a couple of them to some American, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You don't care what I'm saying. Anyway, so the bounce back. Let's all try this. Let's all try the bounce back. Some people who are watching this, and you're not watching this live now because nobody's watching this live, but somebody will watch this on video, replay it on YouTube, and let's make a little commitment together. The bounce back. Let's try to wait for the bounce back before we do something drastic. You know, like when we're in the middle of something dark and we don't see the end of the tunnel, you know, and it seems like it might be easier to just call it a wrap, you know, because it's too dark and it's too heavy. Let's see if we can focus on the bounce back and then make the bounce back eclipse what brought us down in the first place. So yesterday I was down. Today my bounce back is, in my head, I'm going to manifest a house this year, and I'm going to manifest some, I don't know if I'm calling it dating or meeting, you know, pen pals or something like that. Dutch, let's say Europe, but definitely some women from Amsterdam and some women from Norway. But then I might sprinkle in some French, Italian, not Spain because I've already done the Spanish language thing. Well, I can't say not Spain because I don't know yet. So that was my bounce back. I'm so happy today. Yesterday I was just feeling so out of sorts, like just anxious all over me. And today the bounce back kicked in. Let's all try to have a bounce back when we're in that dark tunnel. Let's try to hang out until the bounce back comes. Sometimes it's not doing anything. Sometimes it's just waiting for time to go by. Hold on, he's giving me a fit back here. What's going on? What's happening? You trying to get up? Oh, now you don't have anything to say. Say something. You got something to say? He's got nothing to say. All right, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Noshü. This was Brunch with No Shoes. I'm back tomorrow around this time, live. I'm here every day live from now until May 18th. So please subscribe right now. I'll wait. You finished? Did you like why you subscribed? I'll wait. Got it done? Awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time and taking your time to watch this nonsense. Hopefully there's something that... I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.